Hey y'all, I'm gonna try to be really brief on this one. So basically, for y'all that have been following me, you probably already know that I talked about identifying your season, and I talked about basically gave you kind of an ideal of what our 2019 will look like. If you haven't watched those videos, then I advise you go check it out. Basically, so you can understand, have a better understanding of your seasons. And I also talked about the people. I did talk about 2019, which 9 is about the fruits of the spirit, right? So next year is going to be really fruitful for a lot of us, for everybody, right? And it depends on it's the year of a reaping, okay? Meaning it don't matter what you have sown, whatever you have sown, you will reap, right? And next year too will also it will it's a major shift, okay? So meaning a lot of foundations that are not strong will definitely be breaking, okay? Because 10, if you add 1 and 9, 10 is basically, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say a completion, right? So when you're dealing with completion, it's like cycles. So it's like basically the ending of a cycle, okay? So like I talked about with 18 was basically a year of new beginnings. And a lot of times you have beginnings, new things. It means a lot of times a lot of doors have to be closed, right? Endings to things, meaning, you know, this might not look like a year of new beginnings to you guys. That's because a lot of things that didn't mean you good, or a lot of things that had to end probably ended, okay? So meaning next year is when you start reaping your things. You start seeing the new things. Things will start to spring forward, okay, in your life. But what I want to talk about, because I got the other part of it, after doing a little meditating or whatnot, the other part of it, because I told you a lot of us fit to be rewarded. We fit to have a lot of opportunities, a lot of options, but also too, I know we get so in our mind state that we just thinking about the good, right? But also, just like it's positives, it's always negatives. So the downside of next year, that although we're going to be gifted with a lot of opportunities, right? A lot of blessings, a lot of gifts, everything that glitter is not gold. I'm telling you that now. I'm warning you now, okay? You're going to be presented with a lot of opportunities, but a lot of your opportunities will not be opportunities. It will be a lot of people that you think you have. You know, you have options. A lot of your options will be opportunists, okay? And an opportunist is a person that exploits circumstances to gain immediate advantages, right? You know, rather than being guided by consistent principles or plans, okay? So if you end up encountering a person that you thought was an option or whatnot, a good option, that they turn out to be an opportunist, you will see it, okay? So definitely keep your eyes open for false options, because a lot of illusions, you know, a lot of us gonna be getting tricked, okay? So just be mindful of that. Everything that appears to be is not what it appears to be, okay? So I'm telling you that, so you won't be like, dang, you know, I thought we was gonna be getting, you know, next year was gonna be a good year. It is, but only off your ability to see the things that you need to see, and only off your ability to discern, okay? Because if your discern is whack, then whatever you gonna receive, whatever you chose, okay, it's gonna be whack too. It's gonna resemble it. It's a reflection. You know, so a lot of times we get mad at God and we be upset about things, but at the end of the day, He gonna give you things, right? And then guess what? It's some things that we want to give us. So you have to be able to, then you got the devil, okay? So you have to be able to see what's from him, what's really what's of you, what you want, what you trying to create, okay? Because a lot of times we force things, right? We try to create something that ain't even real, okay? We try to make something that ain't what it is, something, you know? We try, I know we creative and stuff, you know, and we gifted, but sometimes we get too creative and we try to create sugar out of boo-boo, okay? Let's just be real, okay? Sweets from, you know, it is what it is. So, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of options, but don't think that all options are good. You know, you need to be able to know, you know, because like I said, you know, especially when you have stuff going for yourself, then you end up attracting a lot of opportunists. And those opportunists, okay, are only there for what they think they can gain, okay? So don't get tripped up, because a lot of us then got tripped up and will get tripped up. But some of us, you know, we've been there, done it, and got a t-shirt, so yeah, we can spot a opportunist a mile away, an opportunist. So like I said, just that's the warning for next year. Everything that glitter, everything that look good ain't what it is, okay? So definitely make sure that you use your heart and your head. Not only that, seek God, pray about that thing, and you need to make sure that your heart and your head is in the same place. And that's how you know if you're making the right decision. You need to make sure that you feel that thing, and what you feeling ain't what you thinking, okay? If you need to understand more about that, go into my video in your thoughts versus your feelings, or when your thoughts are perceived as your feelings. I break it down and kind of help you to determine that a lot of times our feelings ain't our thoughts, and how we feel ain't our thoughts. Okay, it's two different systems, okay? Your head is a totally different system from your heart, but they have to work together. You have to learn how to use them together. Like I said, it was a big mistake in my year, okay? Not learning how to use my head and my heart, because when you have certain gifts, when you when you're a Philly type of person, when you go based off your emotions, you tend to not use your head when you should use your head on some things, okay? It's your check and balance. This, you know, everything to keep from making mistakes, right? You have certain process and procedures you have to go through, and when you have processed things, okay, you're gonna lose. You're gonna miss out. So learn how to use your head and your mind, so you won't mess up and you won't make bad decisions for yourself. That's why a lot of times you have people, you know, that's, you know, your head somewhere and your heart another. They let you know you made a terrible decision. You know, so, and we so indecisive on stuff, you know, that we end up just rolling dice and just jumping out there without properly following the process on things, right? So y'all just be mindful, y'all be great.